Were you thinking at any time that this fight's got to stop soon, or before they actually threw the towel? And do you think that was a good stoppage?
Yes, it was a good stoppage, in my opinion, because the minute rest round before the stoppage, I went over to Deontay. I looked him in the face, and I gave him the line that us referees give to fighters to let them know that, hey, you got to show me something.
Right.
And they know that if you go back out there and you don't show me something, then I might have to do my job and stop it. You know, Deontay is a warrior. When I saw the towel come in out of the corner of my eye and I stopped it, Deontay's first response was, why did I stop it? And then I let him know that it was his corner.
Big man ting, smash the like button and subscribe. So we just heard there from Kenny Bayliss. This right here is an exclusively leaked audio recording. This recording right here has been suppressed by Al Heyman and Wilder's team. Yeah? How do you think Wilder can dare have the audacity to come out and say, oh man, I'm a warrior, I'm a king, I wanted to go on my shield. The only reason he could say that was because this audio here has been depressed. Now, if it wasn't for shout out to one of my Twitter donnies, because they came through in the DMs and sent through the proprietarily link. I ain't seen no newspaper report on this. There should be loads of articles saying, Kenny Bayliss, the referee, exposes Deontay Wilder's excuse. Yeah? Fundamentally, Wilder came out and said, oh, I wanted to go out on my shield. I'm a warrior. And to be fair, even before I heard this Kenny Bayliss thing, I said myself, the whole warrior jive's been exposed by yourself, by your own actions. Warriors would have stuck your chin down, Derek Chisora versus Dillian White 2, and just started swinging for it and firing back. Or at least, maybe I'm being dramatic with that Chisora versus Dillian White 2, but still, a true warrior would have stuck. We know, and the crazy thing is, it's not like Wilder's known as a guy who, like a Paulie Malignaggi. You're known as having a massive right hand. Why wasn't that right hand just slinging? Because it's not like you weren't getting hit. It's not like you was covered up and you was being defensively so smart that you were avoiding shots. You was eating shots anyway. So from a logic point of view, if you're a warrior, a true warrior would think, you know what? I'm standing here, my back against the ropes, against a so-called pillow fist. I'm eating shots. Rather than just standing here and eating shots, I might as well throw my own and go 50-50. Because let's get it right. To be fair, Tyson Fury was pretty squared up in front of Wilder. Then again, Fury has got quite high IQ, so the reason he was squared up was because he knew that Wilder weren't going to do squat. Because he knew Wilder weren't really about it. Yeah? Fury's got a soul detector. Fury detected that Wilder's soul was already gone. He's already left his body. It was already trapped in Vegas, like Eddie Hearn said and the YB said. That's what Fury knew. But anyway, the point is, like I said, you're Mr. Big Right Hand. When Fury was sitting there teeing off on you, throwing like rapid combinations, why didn't you just stick your chin down and just start launching some right hands over? Why didn't that happen? That's what you've got to ask yourself. Not come out and talk about, oh man, my team didn't give me a chance. Kenny Bayliss done told you. And it would have been, in a way, I wish the ref did stop it, but it don't matter because the ref was going to stop it anyway. The ref told him the round before. You heard it there from Kenny Bayliss. In fact, just in case any little Wilder hater out there didn't quite hear Kenny Bayliss, let me say it again what Kenny said. The interviewer asked Kenny Bayliss, the referee for Wilder vs Fury 2, do you think it was a good stoppage? Kenny Bayliss, the Wilder vs Fury 2 referee, says yes, I think it was a good stoppage because the round before I went over to Deontay and I gave him the fighter's line. Hey, you gotta show me something. They know, and this is the world renowned referee line, by the way. It's not something which fighters can get confused with. How many times have we heard this? In every fight where when someone's been taking shots, when someone's been taking unanswered shots, it's the standard line. either the corner gives him the line, or the referee gives him the line. Now, like I said in my other video, where I talked about Mark Breland's mistake, I do think the team should have given him that as well. But I think the team should have told him that in the 4th or 5th. Listen, you're getting teed off on. I'm giving you another round. But regardless of that, as long as both entities in there, Wilder's team and the referee, are there to defend the fighter. So as long as one of them fail-safes come through, which did happen, Kenny Bayliss did tell him in the 6th, if you don't show me something, it's going to get stopped. Ultimately, it don't matter who stopped the fight, because he didn't answer it. It's not like, for example, let's say Kenny Bayliss in the 6th said, you got to show me something. Then in the 7th, Wilder comes out and starts slinging shots, and then the team stops it. I'd get that. I'd get why Wilder was angry, because I'd be like, you know what? That's a bit unfair, really, because his team didn't give him a chance, or didn't tell him, and you could see a change in his attitude. No, there was no change. If anything, there was a deterioration. He was doing nothing against the ropes. Pure heavy bag. And you got to remember as well, especially when you're a particular type of fighter, this guy's used to being the bully. It's like, if you ever see Triple G backed up against the ropes, eating shots, you know that's not a good look. That's not a good sign. You know what I mean? It's one thing if you've got I don't know, pick someone who pick someone who's a normal like Brandon Rios. If Brandon Rios is in there with Manny Pacquiao and he's backed up against the ropes, you kind of expected that. But with Fury, this alleged pillow fist, backed up against the ropes against Wilder, and 20 unanswered punches, and hit the floor, and eardrum busted, etc., etc., all these factors, and the referee tells him the round before, I'm going to call it, that's what it is. And I'm glad this has come out, or I'm glad that I've exposed this, because many people have tried to blame, not blame Mark Breland, but many people have tried to carry on this whole warrior mindset. Oh, he wants to go out on his shield. I forgot who it was. There was one idiot, kind of all-time great, came out and said, oh yeah, I think it might have even been I know who it was. It wasn't all-time great. It was in fact, there might have been a few all-time greats out there, but for sure Max Kellerman said, Wilder's the WBC champion, and I think he deserved this. Max, you ain't never put a pair of gloves on, never mind anything else. You know what I mean? Quiet down, lad. And besides, and this, on a serious note, clearly this clip or this interview hasn't been played nowhere. It's been suppressed, because if everyone had heard this, no one would be complaining, because he was told, he was warned, show me something. I went back and watched the fight. I saw no change in Wilder's behaviour, and he's trying to act. The joke of it, he's trying to act and the mad thing is, Kenny Bayliss told him in the 6th. Then when the fight was finished, Wilder started having a go at Kenny Bayliss. Like, what planet are you on? He told you. But this is often what fighters do, their delusion. Rather than taking responsibility, and we've seen Wilder already come out and take no responsibility, rather than come out and say, listen, I jacked in there, or listen, I'm not as much of a warrior as I think I am, or listen, I've got things to work on. Instead of saying that, oh man, yeah man, my team made a mistake, and he's talking about, oh, don't worry, I'm gonna keep Mark Breland. Mark Breland's gonna, as if you're doing Mark Breland a favour. No, you got done the favour, Muppet. Yeah, you was the one who got saved in there about you decided to keep Mark Breland, even if he makes a mistake, he's still part of the team. What planet are you on? You didn't have nothing left. Where was the right hand? Why wasn't, like Max Kellerman was saying, oh yeah, Wilder's one of them. I think you have to let Wilder go out on his shield because he's one of them fighters who can always get himself out of trouble. No, he's not one of them fighters. Wilder's never before been in that position. Don't get me wrong, he's been in there with a top 100 fighter before and been standing in the centre of the ring and walking around in circles, circling round, not taking no damage, and been down on points, like versus Ortiz, for example. Yeah, he's pulled that off. That's not this situation. Fury was all over him. Busting this, busting that. squirting this, squirting that. Do you know what I mean? Splitting this, splitting that. Wilder was hitting the nay-nay, hitting the Dougie, hitting all these kind of dance moves he was hitting in there with his little skinny legs. That's what he was hitting. So don't tell me about this, that, the other anyway. I'm just coming out here to expose the fact that let's call an end to all this so-called warrior talk from Wilder. The warrior got checked. Now don't get me wrong, like I've always said, these men are all more warrior than me. But you're not that. Wilder's not that guy, clearly. Because he could have, with all that so-called power, he could have stuck his chin down and just started winging it when Fury started throwing. And in fact, that would have been quite a good strategy. But instead, he was too scared. Clearly, he was scared. He was scared. He wasn't prepared to trade fire with fire. That's what it came down to. He was more scared of Fury's power than Fury was scared of his power. That's what it came down to. Otherwise, if Wilder genuinely believed he was more powerful, he'd have said, you know what, Fury, when you throw your right hand or when you throw your left hook, I'm going to bang my right hand. That's what I would have done. Well, that's what I'd like to think I'd do. Well, that's what a fighter, that's what a warrior would do, would they not? The minute I see this guy throw his left hook, my right hand's going, because I'm backing myself. Nope. Got checked. All that confidence got cashed in and checked. False. Fake. Yeah? Fugazi.